How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I ended up running into a peach the other night on
Okay.
unranked, and we played for like an hour and a half, and I felt like I was
Oh,
starting
damn.
to. Yeah, like, we were having really good games, and I felt like they were trying a bunch of stuff to get out of the corner, so it was like helping me figure out what to try where.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and I ended up adding them in like the missed connections, saying GG's, and they said GG's, your stage control is really sick. So I was like, oh,
That's so
great.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to realize from Falco's side a lot of the time because you just feel like you might even think like, oh my god, I just cannot hit this person, and you feel like you're just
Mhm.
camping center stage, and it's just like, God, this person, especially it happens versus Marth too, right? Where they're just like in the
Yeah.
corner the whole game, and you're like, this is so
Mhm.
annoying. But then if you ever play as Peach, because I know Squid actually like played Peach somewhat seriously for a while, and he's just
Mhm.
like, it feels so terrible on the other end. Like even though it's like a little annoying on Falco's end, because you're like, I can't approach or do anything, I'm just walling.
Right.
On the Peaches end, it's way worse because you're getting lasered the entire time, and you're just like, oh, I can't get out of the corner.
Yeah.
So it's good to get long sessions like that, and then you get in a flow.
Yeah, for sure. It also made me realize like I need to just spam shield drop in friendlies because I like in practice I can do it like 99% of the time, but when I need to shield drop back air, it just doesn't happen.
Do you shield drop in both directions?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's actually something I realized I don't shield drop to the left ever when I'm doing tech skill
Oh, really?
practice. Yeah, because it's just more
I
comfortable to shield drop to the right, like out of a dash. Out of
yeah,
stand, it's like really easy for me, but
right.
like doing the shy drop, I never do it to the left. So I've been trying to add that in, and it feels so weird because it's probably literally been 5 years, and I somehow just overlooked that.
Yeah, that's so interesting actually. Do you like is that the same for drop through laser? Do you like drop to the right and then turn around for a left laser?
Drop to the right and turn
Like
around.
for Isaiah drop laser? You do that
No, I can
on side?
do Isaiah drop lasers either way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
was
I
because
mean,
the
I
way
was
I
playing before
learned.
shield drop was invented,
Right,
quote
right.
unquote invented.
Yeah.
So, and
That's
then
funny.
like I was also doing the so back before UCF, we used to have to do our shield drop like men. We'd have to tilt the stick slowly down, and
Oh,
then
that was the worst.
and
I
everyone spot
started,
dodged.
yeah, I started right before UCF. So like I started to learn shield drops and then like UCF came out and I was like, "Oh, please let this be a thing." 'Cause, like, this is so
Yeah, I
easy.
mean, part of me actually thinks UCF shouldn't have made it so easy. Uh, they should have removed the ability instead of like make it very easy for every controller. Because like apparently, I was talking to a controller guy,
Mhm.
Cypher Phoenix, and he said like the actual values for shield drop are supposed to be below the notch. So like not the notches weren't designed to be right at the shield drop height. They were actually designed to be right below the shield drop height or right above the shield drop height.
Oh, so you'd have to go right below the gate.
Yeah. So it wasn't designed to be like, oh, because if you have ever tried playing on non UCF with the controller, you might have seen like, oh, one of your notches is like really easy.
Mhm.
So like just naturally, some of the notches were too low, which means that you could go to the notch and you get that exact value. But if
Oh,
you
so
have like
it's
a
more like
properly
below the gate.
calibrated controller, the shield drop
Uh-huh.
values are actually right below the notch. So like it wasn't meant to be this easy thing that you just rotate your stick down for.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
it
I'm
was like
trying.
almost every controller had at least one good notch. So
Yeah, that's
it's
so cool.
whatever.
That's, yeah, that's just manufacturing stuff. Um, outside of running into that peach, let's see. I entered Untitled and got the absolute worst fucking bracket of my life. I
What does your worst bracket of your life look like? Floaties?
no, I my first round was Pyro, which is like an advanced fox, but my second round was J Salt,
Oh yeah,
And
he's fucking good.
my first losers round was no fluxes because they misseeded
Ooh,
somebody.
okay. I've solved Ganon. I'm convinced.
Have you?
Yes. So
I actually, if we want to watch those, I did not run into a Falcon.
yeah, sure.
in
I can go
this
over
round.
that. Did you want to do like a little of both of those sets, or we could just spend the
Yeah,
whole time
we-
on Ganon? But there aren't many Ganons, so
Yeah, either
That's-
way, I'm not like super worried about running into a Ganon
Yeah.
this level.
I'll just give you my my basic strat version, because I think it's a very simple. So essentially, like, if you look at all the times you get hit by Ganon, what I'm guessing we'll see is that it's when Ganon's in the air, right? Like, other than forward air, what's he hitting you with? Like, genuine question. And like, it's either going to be, if you're on the ground, it's going to be he's hitting you with forward air. Maybe he turns around and back airs you, but back air's just like a shittier forward air, right?
Yeah, I feel
So
like back air wall
and
is pretty
I'm
much-
this is with me having not seen it, so we'll see. It could be different, but every time I watch a Falco lose to Ganon, it's because they got hit by forward air on the ground, or they were like using platforms and stuff, and then they're getting up aired. That's like the
Right.
only things. It's just I don't see a way that Ganon actually hits you with anything if you avoid those two things. So
Fair.
we can break that down. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, no. Alright.
I'm just opening this up.
Oh.
Come on. Why isn't it opening?
Although I did lose to 2 floaties today. So
Who'd you lose to? Do you remember?
Morse code and somebody named Haunter.
Oh, well, Morse is fucking crazy good.
Oh,
That
yeah.
dude's brain is massive.
He's crazy.
And it's really hard to like get used to his style the first time. He even took
Yeah,
a game
sure.
off Mango. I feel like people like don't put enough respect on his name because he's like a goofy personality. And like he's like, lol, Samus, I'm just zooming around, bro. Don't mind me. But then he's actually just like a fucking killer in bracket. Like he's beating. I think he beat Westballs, and then
Oh, that's nuts, actually.
yeah, I forget what tournament that was. He was like talking to Westballs, and then I think it got to like game 5, and then West got all serious. He was like, okay, I don't want to keep like goofing around anymore. I'm trying to win. All right, let me share this
That's
to you.
rough. Oh, I just broke my pen. Goddamn.
Okay, can you see everything?
Yes.
I just instinctively grabbed my controller when I started talking about destroying Ganon. Give me one
Oh,
sec.
that would be real easy
What would be easy?
if you played for me.
Oh yeah.
Ganon.
I've thought about doing that, like just going in unranked. If I could like guaranteed pick a matchup, I could just like show you. Sometimes I think that might be easier.
Yeah.
Just one sec, someone asked me a question.
I'm hoping Melee Online will actually look at my request thing.
Where are you now?
I'm nowhere.
Oh,
at
you're
all.
nowhere. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if
but
you're
I mean,
losing
I
to
have,
like only known people,
yeah,
or like
I mean,
fairly known, that's a good
Right.
sign.
I mean, I have 4 wins on. I've actually just beat an advanced Falco for the 3rd time in a row. Like, I have like 4 player wins, games off like lot fee and crazy players, but I wish I would have beaten lot fee when I took that game.
Yeah. If you
That
get
would've
like
been nice.
a couple like really good wins and then have just like 8 or something,
Mhm.
8 or something on the rank you're trying to get,
Yeah.
then that makes it like hard for them to like say no.
Right.
Okay.
I definitely need to do better against floaties, though. I feel like I lose to random floaties a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, hopefully this helps. I think this is like, this kind of addresses like general floaty strategy. Because like with the floaties, you don't have to mix them up as much. It's more like you can just invalidate them, and like you can't entirely, of course. I guess this doesn't apply to like Marth and Sheik, but like Peach and Puff, I feel like it's much more about playing my game plan properly to invalidate them. And then if I lose, it's because like I'm not following my own rules, or they're doing something slightly different that I'm not prepared for. But I wouldn't say you can go in against a Fox and just be like, okay, I'm just gonna do my set things and that's gonna work.
Wall them out, yeah.
Yeah, you have to like actually be paying way more attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you see what happened already?
I was not looking at this.
Okay. Tell me when something goes wrong.
I jumped at him.
Yes.
Twice.
So, this is like the pattern. This is how Bobby lost to him last time. It's like the entire game was played up here, and it's just like, why? What is Ganon cannot drop down and attack you? He just is too slow. So, we'll just look at all the different ways you're like giving him openings. So this is all because you jumped up there, right?
Right.
Okay, you're back on the ground. See, that full hop is fine, because like that's like a full hop barrier that's guaranteed to be safe and you can come down from. Like, this is just gonna work. Yeah, well, I guess it's like kind of risky. Maybe he like shield drop up airs, but I'm mostly okay with this. I guess I will say it's better to just short hop bear though. I mean, like,
I was
let me
a little
think.
worried.
Okay, if you're worried about like stomp, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly fine with the full hop, but there are also times where it's just like, well, just don't do it then, right? Because like
run to the.
If you do this and he shields somehow, and then he wave dashes off and up airs you, and then it's just like you just gave him the chance to interact. When if you just retreat to off center, it's not like Marth and Sheik where they can like play this runoff game really good. Like they have to like go to top plat or something. Like they don't have anything. They'll drop down into your lasers. So like the general strategy I use is, because he can only really hit me with forward air, I'm basically looking on the ground. I'm lasering him, and what you'll see is they'll jump, and then they'll like try to be tricky with their jump and their double jump and their drift, and they'll be as tricky as they can, but at the end of the day he's going to come back down on the ground. So as long as you have stage to retreat, you just like stay out of his range, and then as soon as he lands you pounce on him, because he doesn't have an attack that's quick enough. So we'll see if you probably do it a little bit, and we see again already just attacking into back air here. Right. So this is just like everything we've seen so far I would categorize as overextending. Okay. In neutral. Oh, that's a side B, by the way. That's another thing. Because he's so slow, you have to recognize he can't cover ledge.
Oh, side B to ledge, yeah. I don't do that often in like any matchup.
You should always look to side B, unless they can cover it, then you have to do like a mix-up. But like if I can confirm they're not making it to ledge in time, to like down tilt or whatever, then I would go to ledge. And that's versus every character, obviously. Okay. So you get back to ledge, you get to the ground, you laser. Again, like look at what his up air is doing. Even when you're not getting hit by people, it's important to pay attention to what they're doing. So he's doing this up air. What is he doing that up air for?
Full hop to top plat.
So that's like all he's covering. And that's because just look at the position, and it's just like, how is Ganon supposed to cover this? I mean, I guess he could have jabbed if he didn't shield. But like, if you're like dash dancing here, and he jabs, then you're just gonna destroy him. Like, if he eats a shuffle, he's gonna get destroyed. So he's like protecting himself and covering full hop. Okay, and then you can see like as he lands from that, he's very vulnerable. Okay. So, up air, and you can't react to whether he double jumps after this, but as soon as you see the aerial, you know he's landing. I was just approaching laser or approaching dare. And like,
Okay.
look at all that lag. He's really laggy on his aerials, so you can actually whiff punish him, unlike a lot of characters. So it's not like Marth where he's gonna land
Is
from.
he
Go ahead.
is he scary to like cross up on shield? Like if I were to like
Yeah, because of back air.
overshield here.
Back air out of shield is actually kind of dangerous.
Okay.
So you can treat him a lot like Falcon,
Got
in
it.
the sense that like how you hit his shield will dictate his out of shield options. So like he might be going for stomp out of shield or whatever. I mean, you can like cross up into up tilt still. I would just focus on doing late aerials, and it doesn't matter, right? So if you do a late,
Right.
even if you cross up with a late aerial, you can just dash away or up tilt, or you probably can't like late aerial back air, but it's probably so close to working that it would work in practice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if they don't like do the back air out of shield perfectly, then they're gonna get beat by your back air because his back air is also slow.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I shouldn't say that without knowing the exact frames, but I'm pretty sure most of his aerials are slow. Okay, so did you see what went wrong there?
I saw I got hit out of my double jump, and
Yeah, so
That's very
this
bad.
is just like just focusing on the vertical gameplay too much. Whereas if you had just backed off and lasered, what's Ganon supposed to do after a ledge dash, right?
yeah.
Again, the biggest thing about playing mid tiers and like weird characters like this is you have to really like forget about rules you have against top tiers. Because like against top tiers, you're probably thinking like, okay, I can't just laser because maybe Marth does like take laser F smash. So you're like trying to respect certain things, but Ganon literally has no option. Even if he power shields a laser and you're like right here lasering, he can't do anything. So identifying a mid tier's like weaknesses is really important to invalidating them.
Right. Okay.
So I would just say just focus on lasering instead of going for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's nicely okay. Okay, good. So that time you waited for the aerial, which is all you have to do. That's just like Luigi, right? He does the down air and then the back air.
Right.
Okay, so you
I
can
did
see.
exactly what he was covering last
Yeah.
time.
And like not only were you doing what he covered last time. Okay, so you see like he threw out this jab.
Mm-hmm.
That's to cover you like running down towards center stage, but it's like who cares if you get jabbed at 11%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I mean by staying on the ground is so safe because he doesn't have anything to hit you with. Like unless he's gonna raw grab you, like it's just like this is a joke. So
would you mostly just
I would just run off and attack him
cross up? Okay.
because like what
He's
would he
invincible,
do?
right?
I guess he could dash dance if he's like really good, but then just like run off laser. So again,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's not like other characters where where Marth can up tilt or she can dash dance boost grab you. Like he can't do that stuff if you just run off laser. Another thing to consider is he's a huge target. So if you run off laser, it's not like Sheik where she's sneaking under or like Marth dash attack
Mhm.
or Fox running shine. He's not sneaking under any laser. So if you do a run off laser and the laser comes out here, he's getting hit.
Yeah.
And said we're going up here where it's like, oh, well, look at his upper hitbox. That's like the one good thing he has. It's like huge hitboxes. Or he does back air that time. And then he does hit hard. So that's why it's like extra important to follow these rules. Is he's going to kill you in 3 hits. Okay, so that was perfect. And you even did the back air we talked about. Right, so see, once you get these lasers, if this forward air doesn't hit, you just dash chance around it, no problem. So you should actually be able to whiff punish this, but even just being slow on it, it's like, that's okay. And you can see why. You can shield, you can dash away, you can up tilt or bear. Just be careful about the back air out of shield. That's all I'll say about it. Because that is like his go-to move. Because Ganon's will short hop away from you. So like if you up tilt, the up tilt might whiff because he like jumped away, and then the back air still reaches because it's a huge hitbox. But other than that, in like stomp, or actually if he's super big brain, he'll up B, but only none would do that to you.
Okay.
But I think like you shouldn't try to be doing this. So like, what I probably would have dashed away and just lasered again, because I want to get the laser control. Not unlike most characters, but like when you're fighting this scrap here, you're giving him these opportunities, right? Same as a Falcon. Like this same exact sequence could have happened versus Falcon.
Dash back all the way into the corner and
Yep, just dash, because it doesn't matter if I give up stage if he's lasered, if he's locked down in lasers. So I literally would have done I mean, you could like just do a smaller one, but I'd be worried about back air. So my goal here is like to not get back aired.
Oh, you're talking about after I cross up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were saying after double laser.
No, the aerial was good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I would have preferred the aerial to be on top of him, but like, the goal is really just to get out of the corner from there.
Right.
I would have gone for like the true whiff punish, so that's what I was like thinking. But assuming you're just reacting to what happened, you got out of the corner with a cross of aerial, and all he has is stomp and back air out of shield. He's got out of shield and stuff. So if that's literally all he has, because it's not like he's gonna wave dash F smash you, or I mean, if he's super big brain, he could wave dash F tilt like to hard read. But like, that's like, if you run into a Ganon that's doing that high level reads, then you can like worry about that, right? So this is just like the 99% of Ganons are gonna do the out of shield option, and I would just dash away, get my laser out. Maybe he was even like landing into my laser, and I just start hitting him with lasers, and he's gonna go upward probably. Okay, so again, see like he's on top plat, and he's just praying you run into his hitbox. Like, please full hop at me, Falco. Please full hop. Yeah. And like you do full hop, you got lucky that it missed. Right. And then he's like, oh, the Falco full hops, nice. Now I can attack him. I'm winning the game. Okay, and there we see the back air out of shield. So, and that's because you full hopped again.
Right.
So it just seems like you have a general sense of being unsafe on the ground, and like you're not prioritizing lasering at all. So just like I would dash away laser here 100% of the time, because he can't stop you, right? It's kind of like Peach, but unlike Peach, it's not as scary to let Ganon inside the pyramid, because he's Ganon. He can't float over your lasers and control this space. All he can do is jump, and like even if you're outside the pyramid, you can mostly like still punish him for that, or like wave land on the side plat if you have to. But like he can't corner you as well as Peach, and he doesn't have a good dash attack to threaten you, so he's missing a lot of the same tools. Nice. Oh, not nice.
Yeah, I had. I don't know.
That's okay.
Would have died. Yeah.
So get a down air. Let me see exactly how you got it. You just sort of down aired at him, which is fine. Oh, he did the laggy down B. So you can see he tried to back air. Look how slow this shit is. It's so bad. It's so bad. Poor Ganon. Like he's actionable now. Imagine if I said he literally can't get a hitbox out before you attack him. So it's just like, this is so free. You just fucking run at him. And that's why if you watch like high level Falco vs Ganon, it looks bad, because it's like he's trying to back air. He did the right thing. Maybe he should have like stomped, but then it wasn't even close to coming out. Did you see it? Like, and then you just get a huge edge guard. Okay, so you just have to be more careful of his up B. So it looks like you tried to F smash.
I did. Yeah.
I would just say you can even just go for back air. Like, even though he's only at 50 and he won't go very far, he's gonna have to up B is the main thing. Or like if he tries to drift to ledge, you could just like, then you could F smash or F tilt to like just knock him away. But as long as you're forcing an up B out of his recovery, it doesn't matter. And he's not like Falcon, where his up B's kind of tricky to recover, because he's a little floatier, and I feel like it might be slower startup. I'm not sure. So like
it does look like it. it is either slower startup or he moves slower.
Yeah, and then like worst case scenario, you let him land. He definitely seems harder to ledge cancel with. So as long as he's landing on the stage and you're not letting him ledge cancel, then you just punish it with like a shine, and then you jump up and back air him, back off. Right.
Okay.
So like don't go for the attacks at the ledge. So this is another thing. This is what reminds me of the side B. So like you do side B here because you realize he's too far away, but you don't double laser instinctively. Like this is a guaranteed double laser, right?
Right.
There's no reason not to do it, but you fire stall. So I only point that out because you might not be like paying attention to your opponent when you recover.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem. I also think it's a problem I have recently. I think is not having a secondary option in mind, like
A plan B.
Something, yeah, not having a plan B. So if plan A doesn't happen, then I end up standing there and waiting and thinking about plan B. Like,
right.
I noticed it versus my roommate where he plays Marth, and if I side B, like if I do a bad side B where I'm like, okay, he can jab this or double jab, and he doesn't jab, I end up like standing there and he grabs me and throws me off, even though
so
like, he missed when I should have.
Based on this, I would say make your plan B laser just to start out and see, because there's been a lot of scenarios where I'm like, okay, I'm just like habitually dashing away with the laser. Like if you're ever like not sure what to do and you're faster than the opponent, then it's like, why not just set up a laser, and then you can like play your laser mix-ups. That's one of the beautiful parts about Falco is you can set up a laser mix-up almost any time. Like when you're not playing Fox.
I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was trying. I had a huge problem. I think it was last year, maybe, where I would be in a really good spot and then I would back away and laser.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to do it if you're in a good spot. I'm saying if it's like ambiguous, and it's like instead of trying to scrap in a like questionable scenario, especially for someone like Ganon, it's like I would just prefer to retreat and have it set up. And like you shouldn't always do it, but if you're currently just like standing still because you're frozen, then I would start lasering as a habit. And then once you start doing that, what you might notice is like people will start to proactively cover that, and then that makes your scrapping way better. So it's like like if you're like standing here and you go for the retreating laser, maybe Ganon starts like just chasing you with fair, and if you get hit by that kind of thing, you can go, okay, wait, he just jumped and chased me retreating with a laser. That means I'm doing that predictably. What could I do instead? Well, I could just do literally any hitbox right here, because like if he's jumping over here to call out a retreating laser, that means he's leaving himself exposed the entire time he's traveling. So that's why I recommend laser as a default. It's like once people start chasing it, you can destroy them for not respecting your hitboxes here.
Yeah, okay.
And like a lot of Falcos get stuck, so sort of like how when you were in that shield pressure scenario, you're just like attacking his shield. Falcos get stuck in that too much, and then they like never see that they could just retreat with a laser. And then of course he gets his Ganon fair. So he's thinking, okay, I literally can't do anything about this, but he didn't double laser right away, so I'm going to go up here, and he's going to come down with a fair. That's all he can do. Maybe he could like go to side plat, but I don't see how that helps him. So because you like took too long, you kind of have to roll in here. Maybe you could just stash under. Like you would have to read him not stomping or whatever. Like he can cover everything because he's already above you. Like you've already lost neutral. It wouldn't even be terrible to just light shield here and just get knocked to ledge.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can see like you lost the scenario because you did the double lasers delayed and you were cornered. But like at least expect the fair. That's all okay. There's a laser. Okay, so if we see he's double jumping, what does he want? He wants to throw out a hitbox and have you run into it. That's the only way he wins neutral here, because he can't reach you if you just dash dance a little further away.
Right.
And we even see that. So this time you do it properly. Like He's just like, hey, just run into me, and then you're like, no, like Neo in the Matrix, no, and then you just laser him, and now you just get a free opening, unless he jabs you. Oh no, you're at 0. If he laser jabs you, okay, he protects himself. He doesn't get anything though. The dash ants don't mind that at all. You react to him shielding, now you pounce. Perfect. Okay, so then you sort of have the scenario. I don't know if this was a flub or not. So you hit him with a nair, laser him out of there, beautiful. You could actually confirm this into F tilt, maybe even down smash or F smash, or at least grab. So try to confirm this laser. You don't, which is okay, but you need to be lasering again. And you empty hop. I don't know why. I think maybe you thought you wanted to back air?
Yeah, maybe. I've been practicing shield stop back airs.
Okay.
Maybe I was trying that. But...
yeah. It's just not a thing you would do versus Ganon, because you don't want to play hitbox versus hitbox against him.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, like, all he's doing is throwing out an aerial. This wasn't going to hit unless you move forward. So, like, if you just have a rule of, like, not moving into his fair range when he's jumping, because, like, you can even react to his jump super easily, right? Because it's, like, 18 frames of jump squat or something.
Right.
Not actually, but... so as soon as you see this, you know, okay, I want to stay outside of this range. That's where his forward air ends. Maybe he drifts forward, stay outside of this range, and then as soon as he lands, just attack. And boom. So... and or you can whiff punish with laser. Don't get like too obsessed with hitting him.
Yeah.
And then even like during his punish game, what does he do? He's throwing out hitboxes saying, please jump into it. Like, and then you double jump. There you go. That's what I'd rather see. The stash dance. I mean, this is like in the corner where it's like, it's way scarier. So consider the risks of doing this, but he's still throwing out an aerial, hoping you run into it, and then you're just like, oh, I can just dash dance around it. Unless he like comes down with the sickest late back air, like under the platform or something.
Right.
And then if that's the case, that means like you could have just dashed towards center, or even like roll towards center, like dash under and then roll. People don't dash or roll out of dashes, which is kind of funny. So just like look at all these aerials. I don't want to spend too much more time on it because I think you like get the idea, right?
Yeah.
But just like watch all of his aerials. Like what is this up nair doing? What is that up air doing? These are all things designed to hit you jumping at him. What is this fair? So maybe this is like the classic fair where he's short hop approaching with it. So it's just like, okay, well if you laser into this corner, this is where his fair went. Let me get back to show the actual spacing. So as long as you're right here and lasering, he literally can't stop you from lasering, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going into the side plat isn't even that bad, but now it's like, now you have to win one more mix-up because he might do short hop up air.
Right.
Or like back air. So what does he do? It's just, you down aired him. So, like the down air's not terrible because he's still slow, but you do want to be doing nair more at lower percents. He's not very good at CC grabbing, especially if you're crossing up. So consider that. It's better on shield, and if you hit him out of the air, it'll be stronger. You see it now? It's like, this is kind of like the Peach situation, right? I think we talked about that, where like Peach is up here. What's she doing? She's literally just floating, saying, oh, I hope Falco jumps into me so I can down air him and get back down for free. It's like, this is where you can sort of treat him like Peach.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at all these aerials. They're all just praying that you approach. And like, even when the worst like situation you get in this matchup is when he fairs your shield, right? Like if you don't actually get hit, this is the worst scenario in the world. And then you just roll away. And like, unless he reads it, he could like do late fair and then read your out of shield option. That's all he has. And even that, it's like, that's really hard for him to get before you get your shield up again. Stomp. Yep. See, I knew it was coming. I was just like, you're gonna hit his shield and he's gonna stop. And just like, okay, that one was a read. So also consider, similar to like Jigglypuff and Peach, roll away is really strong because they're slower.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Do you know why you shielded here?
Why I shielded?
I don't think, can Ganon ledge hop fair? I don't even know if it's possible.
I don't know. I know I've tried.
I should know. I don't think he can.
I'm trying it.
I'm pretty sure he can't. Maybe if like your tasks, I'll have to test that later because I'm curious now. But I'm pretty sure he can't. But even if he can, like that means you just back off to here and laser, right? He's not like Fox, who's gonna wave land here and then fucking drill you. He's not gonna ledge dash near shine or whatever. He's Ganon, so like there was no reason to shield. Is my point.
Right.
And then like we see the slide off, and my first instinct, I mean, I guess maybe you thought you could get that punish, but I would have just lasered. Like I'm totally happy to just laser at any point, because then he's just stuck in laser land. And now once you lock him down with lasers, all he has is he can't do like dash options anymore, right? So he has to do like, he'll full hop and then he'll go for a fair, and then you'll just like jump up and hit him or retreat out of range and dash dance around and then punish his landing, because like he doesn't have enough mix-ups when he's going straight up and straight down. And we see more shield pressure into stomp.
Yep.
I know it's painful to watch, but I've made all these mistakes. Again, this is applicable versus Peach, Marth. So this is like a universal one. You don't want to be full hop bearing unless you're like landing on the top plat safely. Like there's no reason to put yourself above him. Like if you're gonna pressure his shield, then do it from below with like a short hop bear or an up air. But really versus Ganon, I don't think you should even necessarily play that game. I would back here because I know it would poke here. But so like maybe think about learning to poke more. It's really powerful, especially on Yoshi's and Pokemon. Mm-hmm. So as another general thing, that's really strong. And it just works, because when people are holding left to shield drop, it actually makes their back foot like even more exposed. So let me see if that was the case before he got hit. So like see how his shield is so far forward that his back foot's really exposed?
Oh yeah.
I mean Ganon's shield is already pretty bad at covering his feet. But and like once they're angling, they can't angle down to protect themselves because they'll shield drop. That's another funny thing about the whole UCF patch. It's like it actually makes it really difficult to angle your shield down without shield dropping.
Yeah.
So like once they're holding left. If they're not like holding left preemptively, then that just means they can't shield drop. So they can angle to protect themselves, but they can't shield drop very easily.
Right.
Well, I thought you lost the game. I almost hit escape. Okay, here we see again, like the worst. Oh no, this is the worst. You missed your air dodge. He's gonna fair you. Oh no. Oh wait, no. It comes out frame 22 or some shit, and you just shield it, and then you roll away. Look. Okay, you should have rolled away. Maybe he read it actually, because he started to dash that way. But I just roll away until they prove they can cover this. Because that's so hard for him to close that gap, and then he has to do another slow-ass fair.
Yeah.
Like, damn. So, what should you do here? You missed. He's whiffing over here. What's your mindset now?
Run away and laser.
Yes. You don't even need to run away. He's so slow. I would laser right here. I would do
Really?
the mini dash back.
A mini
Yeah, because, like, think, what is he going to stuff you with? It's not like these other characters who can do, like, some immediate attack threat. They don't have it. Like, I guess he could maybe dash attack, but the range on that's terrible. So, I think if you literally lasered in place, so you have to be like outside F tilt range, I guess. So you kind of like dash towards him, but if you stayed right here and lasered, his F tilt won't reach. So he's got nothing. Mm-hmm. I guess you could also do side B, but that doesn't have laser intangibility. That doesn't have laser intangibility like Falcon. So he'll never sneak through your lasers. And then this is kind of like that forward air from before, where he's just like, occasionally they get up to the top plat of Yoshi's, and then they're like YOLOing an aerial here every time. So this is like the actual hard thing to avoid, because it's not unlike Falco's doing the Waveland off bear, right?
Right.
So it's the same idea, but his back air is so slow, you can always shield this stuff. And like it's so telegraphed, because what else is he doing on top plat? So that's another thing. Like every time you see him jumping, you know he's doing it to like get you to jump into him, or he's about to waveland and then come back down. So just account for the waveland back down hitbox, and then don't jump into these, and he's not going to be hitting you.
Right. Okay.
So that had a nice mix of some like general stuff. So I don't think that was too bad to go over. And I think it's also like a good framework for other mid tiers. Like so, like let's say you're playing Luigi, and you like see so you like lock Luigi down with lasers, and like at that point it's important to realize, oh, he can't drift forward like other characters. So anytime I laser him and he jumps out of shield, I can play around his spacing way more easily than I'm used to. So you can like dash dance really tightly against his initial jump spacing. So there's stuff like that with every mid tier. Or like maybe Pikachu, and you think like, oh, I can abuse CC really hard versus his character, because they're just nairing in, and their nair doesn't knock down for so long. I can just crouch cancel, shine, whatever. Did you have any questions about what we went over? The only thing I regret is I don't have like a good example. I mean, maybe next time I play Ganon, I can just like clip it for you, but
okay.
I'll just show you how I actually do the pounce on them. That's like the only thing I want to teach you, really.
Okay.
But I mean, you kind of did it that one time.
Yeah.
Okay. Any thoughts on Sheik before we get into this one? Like maybe not J-Salt specifically.
Quick, actually.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Let me look at my Sheik notes real quick.
Sure.
See if I'm like confused on anything. Okay, so let me just send you what I'm looking at here. Okay.
Dash dance interface. Oh, okay. Wave dash it. Elf tilt range. That was literally what I was about to say. It's like dash dancing's okay as long as you're outside of that.
Right.
Off center, CC reversal. Maybe I'm just bad for CC, so like I wouldn't entirely take out crouch canceling.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think Sheiks will just never do crouch cancelable stuff. I think they just learn that. And they'll just never dash attack you at low percents. So I'm actually not sure how valuable that node is, if that makes sense. Like versus bad Sheiks it'll work.
Yeah.
Because like a bad Sheik might try to dash attack you.
That's a weird thing for me with Sheik right now, is like it feels like I'm versing a Sheik that I can basically just do whatever I want, or it's J-Salt. Like
right. There's no in between.
Yeah, I haven't played like an in-between Sheik, or even
I would play he might be I think he might be better than you. I think his name was Owl. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Swank. He has an owl as his avatar. He's in Melee Online. I think he's an expert. So Swank, SWANK. But we played and he was like pretty good. But he's like not J-Salt level, so.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know how often expert players go into the other things. You said you weren't even in there though.
Yeah, I'm not even in advanced, so like. Okay. Like, it's really like the people who think they're intermediate are just like, I don't know.
But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'd rather you learn like proper spacing instead of just like holding down and hoping. Especially because that was like one of the problems you had before, right? Just like
for sure
hoping for crouch cancels.
Yeah. Well,
No?
No,
Am I thinking of someone else?
Probably somebody else.
Okay.
But because we haven't even gone over like Falco or Fox, which is the matchups I assume that would probably be.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I just think the crouch cancel is kind of like cheese. Like, you should be able to crouch cancel, but it's just like, I don't know. If you get hit by a dash attack at 0%, I don't think your mentality should be, oh, I should have crouch canceled it. It should be, oh, I could have gotten boost grabbed. Why wasn't I spaced better? You know?
Okay.
If that makes sense. So like, what? Oh, I should have been doing like a backflip there to counter that approach.
Dash attack not faster than boost grab?
I mean, I'm sure it is by a few frames, but the main limitation is like her approaching into you, right? Okay. So like she might be starting the dash attack later in her run, but ultimately she's not getting to you any quicker. At least I don't think she is. Because I mean, when you boost grab, you're literally starting a dash attack, and then you just grab right after. So.
Oh, I actually Damn, what was that Sheik's name? I ran into like a Master Sheik playing on Unranked waiting for J-Plex to show up.
Was it Crudo or
not Crudo?
Heartstrings?
No. Damn, what was her name?
What color did they play?
I think green, but I'm not sure.
I don't know any green ones. Other than
they played
Free Palestine. Free Palestine's the only. Oh, Foxy Grandpa, dude, he's crazy good, and he never approaches. It's so fun to play against.
Dude, he whooped me worse than J-Flex, I think.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely at that level. Like, even though he doesn't enter stuff.
So, yeah, I mean these basically just feel like they're over, like all of this stuff feels like it's overkill against most of the Sheiks I play, and then just I'm doing it wrong against J-Flex.
Right. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this one then. Okay. I don't see anything in your notes that's like terrible.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to practice the slight DI?
I was trying it versus Foxy, but it didn't seem to put me behind.
Okay.
Or like pretend to put me
And
behind.
were you using the gate?
My top right one is not.
Well, you don't even want to use the notch at like all percents. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I think maybe the slight DI notch, like the slight DI notch might work at like low percents, but the higher your percent gets, the more you're gonna have to move it towards the 45-degree notch on the top.
Oh, okay.
Because you're going further from the down throw, right? So you need to DI further to compensate. So you don't necessarily want to use the notch, but you want to use that as a gauge. You can even start in the 45-degree, and then like go closer towards north as you like are at low percent.
I will write down to set that up in Uncle Punch after this.
Yeah, I mean, do it in Uncle Punch and then like try it at a few different percents, like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then you'll get an idea for it. And then also be careful about not doing it at percents where they can combo into F tilt or up tilt.
Right. So like,
I mean, sometimes it's good. It's a 50-50, so they could like down throw, and then you slight DI, and if you DI away after the slight DI and they F tilt, like maybe they try to F tilt fair, you could DI away on the fair and survive if you're at like 100 or something. Or if they up tilt and you, I don't know if you can survive if they up tilt. The other would be down smash. So like some Sheiks will see the slight DI and then down smash at higher percents. So like sometimes it's good to get hit by the down smash if you're at a percent where you can survive. But then it's like that's the DI mix up with F tilt, right? Because you can't DI away.
Sure.
Or the down smash just kills you. Oh, you can see it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I should have known when you're laughing at that.
Questionable.
Yeah, so it's like very clear you're landing on the left side here, but you're close.
Right.
So for first try or like for just throwing it out, that's not bad. Oh, see, you actually tricked him there.
Oh,
so even though Like
kill
in game,
myself anyway.
it's way harder to tell when I'm like pausing. Like I can tell, but it's still really tricky. So
Right.
looks like you got the hang of it.
I should not have run off there. Hold on. Let me write that down.
Yeah. They call that the SAI jump on game FAQs. SAI. I don't know why. I think it's a. Oh, I remember why. There's a Ness player named Sai who would do the runoff double jump as Ness, and he thought it was good to run off and then double jump back on with back air. Which is, it's clearly just like the worst thing Ness could ever do.
Right.
Unfortunate. Okay, so this was an outplay. I don't want you to think like this was a bad respawn involved. Like you got him in the corner, you lasered, you forced him to go up here. Like that's about as much as you can expect for a Sheik. So what you want to focus on is like, okay, my invol's out, but I got him in a bad position. So you want to either like poke from below, maybe like see if he's going to try to run off. So I know a lot of Sheiks will do the run off back air here. So that's what you want to be focused on. You're underneath him. This is good, and you can even see. So like, the problem with the back air is like it's. First of all, it's an auto cancel back air. So if he ever waits, now he's like reacting to it. So let's see if he reacts and just fares you. Okay, so he doesn't. But you can see how he could have, right?
Yes.
So like if he's just shielding and waiting, because Sheik doesn't feel threatened here. That's the important thing. They'll feel threatened in like a second or two when their shield starts to really run out. But until then, you're kind of just like playing around their shield drop options and their wave dash off options. So I like being more proactive and like pressuring with up air, but you have to be careful that you're not getting fared. So like if you wanted to do this fair or this back air to like stuff a shield drop, you absolutely have to do it drifting away. But I really wouldn't do it at all. I'd rather like just like do tricky movement and see what they're doing, and then so like maybe like play over here. If she shield drops and goes for a fair, then it's like you start re-pressuring her in the corner again. And if she tries to move this way across the platform, then you can jump shine or like up tilt as she runs off, or you can like beat her to the punch and like dash towards center as she run. So like kind of like dashing under her. So
this is assuming she's not shielding?
No, this is assuming she's shielding, and then you have to like outplay her next movement option.
Okay.
So like just think, what would Sheik do from this situation if you don't back air? If you're just dash dancing here,
I mean, yeah,
she might go for a shield drop fair, and she might like run across the platform or like jump a needle or something. But like you have her trapped on the platform pretty good, especially because she's shielding. She can't like dash jump to top plat. Even if she's not shielding, dash jump to top plat's really hard for Sheik because she has bad drift. So you want to think like, okay, I have her trapped. I want to cut off her next option. Like, and you don't have to do it on a read. You don't have to like read her wave dashing forward on the platform or shield dropping, which is what you're doing here. You're like trying to read her. I would wait for her to do it, and then like so react to like her initial movement, and then there's like a mix up after that. So she could like wave dash forward, dash back, shield drop, back air, back into the corner. So and then the outplay to that would be like to laser her or like dash dance here. So hopefully one of those scenarios comes up. Yeah, so I'm just not a fan of the back air. I mean, I guess you probably thought it was going to punish, but you weren't that close to with punishing. And like this is basically what she wants. She wants you to give up the ground. Because look at what she did. She did a down air there, right? So kind of like Ganon, just hoping you jump into her. Like, please jump into me, Falco. And then you do, and she goes, oh, okay. Shield drop fair. She wasn't even paying attention, just like lazy shield drop fair. I'm down on the ground. And now she can play her game. Okay. Really try not to shield on habit out of these laser or needles, just like with lasers. So you don't want to just shield. So
would you have dashed back too?
Yeah, I would have just dash danced. Because it's not like the needles do anything. I don't want to get hit by a full stack, obviously, but she has.
But you don't want to get grabbed. Is the point, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want. Well, I don't want to limit my movement. Is the real thing. Okay. There's no threat of being grabbed, even if I shield. Like I could shield and then wave dash back.
Yeah, sure.
Like you're not. There's no risk of you getting grabbed because she still has to come down. But I want to be able to jump on this, right? So if you were just dash dancing, then this looks really bad. But when you're shielding, it's like, well, all you get is a laser. I don't think you are ready for it though. So you full hop away. So maybe you're underestimating like how quickly she can do like drop down needle and then attack you. Because this is not like even if we ignore that one, like if let's say she does run off needle boost grab or something, like you can just easily counter that with a lot of things, right?
Yeah, I think looking at this, I probably misjudged the runoff fair.
Okay. Well, even if I don't know if her fair would reach.
That's what I'm saying.
But like,
I think.
Okay, yeah, I get what you were saying. Yeah, and that's just one more reason to dash dance, right?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
just realize you have time to dash back
out,
and just be dash dancing right here, off center.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, she put herself in the corner. This is great. Oh no. I guess it's. This is tricky to punish. I'm not gonna lie. I like the laser. I like the grab. I'm not sure if I do like the grab at this percent, but it's like a reliable option.
Just laser again?
I would running shine.
Okay.
And I would running shine grab, so like I'd probably end up grabbing her anyway, but I'd at least want a chance at hitting her with a combo move. Because like you do want to push Sheik off, but at this low percent, like below 25 or 30, it's pretty hard to push her off stage in a meaningful way. Because you want to push her off enough that you can start an edge guard. You could go for like immediate F tilt here. Sometimes that's good, especially because you're at 3%. So like the outplay for her would be to wait for the F tilt and then double jump fair you, and then you would just like kind of reset. She would be on ledge and you would be dash dancing here. So it's kind of an acceptable trade. Because like if you hit the F tilt, then like maybe she dips too far down and can't grab ledge before you. So then you like would go to town. And then like you can also react to this stuff with like grab the ledge or a back air. So like back air wouldn't have hit here because she drifted back, but there's no like risk again.
Yeah. So
you really want to hit her like one more time after that F throw, or even a laser. Like you could do another laser here, right? So like let's watch again. And so you kind of just like want to soft read one of these options, and just cover that. And just cover it in a way where you can force her to upbeat. So like, you F throw her. Let's say if you think she's going to like double jump fair, you could like CC shine or F smash or something, or you could like dash back and then back air it. So that'd be like the immediate option from her. If you think she's just gonna like grab ledge, you could like F tilt. And if you think she's gonna do this high double jump, imagine you like dash dance real quick and then started a laser as she comes down. So like you're right here and then you go, oh, she double jumped high. I'm gonna laser F smash or F tilt. So those are like the kinds of options you can think about doing after you throw her off stage. And then I think you just gave up too much control. So like all that was essentially like even just doing this is okay. But now you need to be ready for a ledge option. And you kind of just jumped away. I don't know if that was an accident or not.
I couldn't tell you, actually.
Okay. I think it was intentional, but when Sheik's on ledge, so you do want to like be worried about ledge dash F tilt, but something Ginger told me that's been really helpful is like if Sheik does the max range ledge dash, her F tilt won't be intangible when it comes out because like she gets less gallant from the longer distance. So if she does like a deep F tilt on stage, then you can just back air and beat it. So like back air like right here. And if she does the shallow one with more gallant and F tilts, she won't be close enough to hit you. So spacing back air is really strong versus Sheik in the corner. Just make sure you're spacing late back airs. And then another thing you'll see Ginger do a ton is like use the side plat. So he'll be on side plat and like see this short hop or this ledge hop, and he'll short hop here and then fall through back air. Or you can just drop through back air.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
So you can short hop. So if you're perched on the side plat, you can short hop and then fall through back air.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
And that's just so you have like a timing mix up. So like if she does the ledge hop fair, you're dodging it with the short hop and then with punishing with the back air. And
Is
then
that useful against other characters?
it can be, but you have to be careful about what options they have. So like you wouldn't want to do it versus Marth because like if he hits you with like a Mango sometimes does it versus Marth, but I'd actually have to go back to see his more recent sets if he still does it because I feel like it's way too risky versus Marth.
I see.
But it's one of those things that can work, but you have to understand the risk. So like there's less risk doing against Sheik because her drift is so bad that when she double jumps on, like if you're spaced here with the short hop, then like she just can't reach you in time with anything, right? So it's just like a timing mix-up. I prefer to just do the regular drop through bear, and then you can also just do like you could just plain old laser. Just be careful about power shielding. If you laser her during the ledge dash, she might power shield because it's easier. And then you just need to react to the power shielded laser and just keep dash dancing, keep playing neutral. Or you can do I like run off turnaround laser. So like if you're on the side plat, you're threatening the drop down back air. So maybe they like go for ledge dash roll and you do the run off laser. So like the laser keeps her trapped in the corner, but if she does like the ledge dash roll, you're right there to punish.
Yeah, okay.
So those are the different options I'm generally considering.
Gotcha.
Let me think if there's anything else. That's the main thing. You sometimes like fadeaway downer, I guess. I don't like doing stationary options like that, but they can sometimes work. What we certainly don't want to do is go to top plat and let her get on for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you shielded again. Let's see. That sucks. That was crazy looking too. Okay, so you whiff this grab. So I definitely think you should be like dashing away here, but I think you shield.
Dashing away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like too afraid of getting hit at 17% by Sheik. I don't think fair knocks down at 17.
Definitely.
So it's just like, and then even if it does, like maybe you dodge it if you dash back there anyway. Yeah, so she faired you right after and it didn't knock down. So like I'm thinking just like get out of the way and start the off center game, right? Oh, almost got her. So this pressure's all pretty good. Be careful with approaching lasers. I mean, in that situation, it was okay because she was like already shielding. I guess I should wait till a better example. So like these kinds of things, I like to do the backflip down air, like the Lord Stomp.
Somebody do that a lot.
It was probably me. No, Zoo used to do it all the time. I don't think Ginger does it. I feel like Ginger does more back air. Wait,
it might have been Joey or Poppy. I feel like it was somebody streaming who just like they were playing against somebody who dashed attacked out of the corner a lot, and they were doing it against them.
Yeah, I do it versus a lot of characters. Like Marth dash attack, the backflip like goes over it. See how high you go when you backflip? Right. Like that's so huge. So if I would have just down aired her and got because like so like lasers are good to control every character obviously, but versus Sheik it feels less necessary because she's like already a kind of like so her movement's like very binary where she's either like moving forward or she's not. It's not like she's not really dash dancing ever. So like when you're playing a character that does like shield, wave dash forward, F tilt, then it's like, well, what good is the laser, right? She's shielding it. She wants to wave dash forward, F tilt, whether you laser her or not. So, or like in this case, if you get her to boost grab or dash attack, I'd rather be countering with the down air. And then like if she doesn't jump into that, it's hard for her to punish.
Right.
And like you also want a juicier opening. So like if you hit that laser, the one you shot the wrong way, if you hit it, oh, you didn't shoot it the wrong way, never mind. This one, I guess. I mean, I guess it was like still good with punish. It just, the laser spawned on the other side of her. I guess just like shine here. Oh, you do. Oh, shine grab. Was that in our rules?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
is it?
Yeah, shine grab / wave shine away.
Oh,
So I
that's
remember
something
those
I've
are the
not
two
been doing.
options. I think I explained those options to you, right? Like why they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll pay attention to that as well. So like all the different times you hit her shield and like could have shine grab. So this is a free opening, 38%.
Yeah.
Like unless she does a crazy nair or like dodges, she's probably gonna get shine grab.
Would you up throw shark here, or would you?
I think back throw shark. You can like
Back?
because you can sort of back throw shark. So like back throw, and then like laser to cover the drop to ledge, right? And then maybe she like lands on side plat and play that. The reason I don't like up throw here is because of top plat.
Yeah.
So
okay.
like if she like lands on top plat, or it's just like hard to chase after up throw, and then it's not like FD or Pokemon where you can shark for the up throw as well, because she'll just land on the top plat, or like so like normally on FD if you up through her you'd be able to get underneath and actually shark with an up tilt or up air. On this stage she's almost certainly going to land on one of these platforms, and that would make it really hard. So like she actually even goes up. I mean she didn't land on the plat, but
Yeah.
and then we gotta watch our aerials out of shield.
Yeah, I don't know what that thought process was.
I feel bad saying it because I literally just did it at Xanadu earlier this week. I played Eve's Puff, and I just did down airs out of shield the whole 2 sets. I was so mad at myself. I was just like, oh my god, I tell like every student, stop doing these aerials out of shield, they never hit.
Yeah.
And they weren't working either. Like I would feel bad even if I did the aerial out of shield and it worked. I would feel like I shouldn't have gotten away with that, but they weren't even working. Good slide. Yeah, you seem to be doing it right in this game. Oh, that one was a little less ambiguous. So we see.
Maybe I was having trouble against Foxy before J-Salt.
Yeah, I mean Foxy's really good against it because we've played a decent amount, and he said like
Foxy got 1 grab and killed. I think
he's nuts, dude. He's nuts.
2 on both games.
Yeah, but you can see like by this one at 60% she can up tilt just barely. So just barely at 60, she got the up tilt.
So would you fold the eye around 60?
I mean, you could still do the slight DI. You just have to be ready for the next option. Because like here, there's no threat of down smash killing. So if you DI away, the catch would be like if she F tilts. I don't know if you'd get to side plat ledge cancel. I think you would. So I think if she F tilts, you slide off, and if she down smashes, you'd go really far, but like you double jump side B back before she could get you. Maybe she could needle. So it's not like the worst thing in the world regardless, but it's probably safer to say like don't go for the slight DI at these percents. That percent was really low. Most Sheiks will never hit that in their life. Like at 60, that's pretty low to hit up tilt.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. So this is what I was talking about before, like playing under her. So see, you're not like doing jump shine because that's like terrible versus shield drop. You're not doing like an auto cancel back air because that like it might hit her and protect you, but she's a 53, so you get nothing. So you're doing these up tilts, threatening her, dropping down. She sees them, realizes she has to do something else, and then you dash dance right around it and whiff punish her. So that was perfect.
I didn't miss that wave dash.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, so don't back off so much. Oh, is this a roll or a jump? Yeah, so you're giving like too much respect by the ledge. Because like you can see, maybe you weren't reacting to her. So like if I'm shooting this laser and I see her needling, like, I mean, I actually would have thought my laser would hit. But like, it hit the needle, which is funny. But if I'm like assuming my laser's hitting, I'm turning around and wave dashing to ledge 100%, right? Because like look where she is, and needle's pretty laggy. So like look how far down she drops, and then she's actual like here.
Yeah, I think I'm just terrified of getting jump faired from Sheik. Like at this exact moment, if I turn wave dash.
Okay, so if you're afraid she'll jump fair you, what could you do instead?
Let's see. Wait for jump fair. We could backflip. Could back air.
Yep, I think those are okay. The best thing you can do is just throw out a down air right here, right?
What do you mean?
So, because if you hit her with the down air, she's dead. So she should be really afraid of jump fair. So like, let's say she's actionable right here. She literally can't do it at this distance. Let's say she's right here, and you're worried about her jump fairing you because you're at 90. First of all, not the end of the world if you get faired at 90 on this side of the stage. But let's say you're at 150 and it would kill you. So you're right here. Well, no, that's a bad example. At that percent, you wouldn't want to do it. So like, if it's at a trade, if it's at a percent where you can trade, then you can throw out a down air. If she double jump fairs you, she dies off the bottom probably, and you get knocked across the stage and live. If she doesn't jump fair, maybe she like goes for the quick upbeat a ledge. By the time you land, you can like get out of the way.
Right.
So you're just throwing it out, saying, "Oh, do you want to jump into this?" And then if she doesn't, and she still gets her recovery, but at least you're like covering something, because like those are her only two options generally, is the double jump fair or recover, right?
Right. Yep.
Unless you were thinking of a different option.
No, I just should probably load into the game as Sheik and see what her double jump range is. Because looking at this, I still think
she jumped like down here.
But yeah.
So that's like her sweet spot double jump right here. So you can base it on this. So she can double jump pretty high, but it's just like if she's gonna double jump fair. I'm trying to think how to say it. Just do the dare at a time to call out the double jump. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess just mess around with it. If you don't go for it, like it's not the end of the world. But in this scenario, it wasn't even an option for her. So I guess that's what I was thinking. And then we see the ledge dash F tilt. So let's see if she was invul. Probably not. That was a really slow ledge dash. So imagine you're like back airing right where you are right here, right? Imagine you're back airing here.
Yeah.
Where's her last frame? Oh, that was her last frame. So she didn't even start the up tilt during her gallon. Boom, that's her last frame of gallon. So if you're doing a back air here, you're 100% hitting her this frame. So that's kind of what you want to be spacing for. And like back air goes pretty far. So, and like you also don't have to worry. So like let's say you're spacing further away.
Yeah.
If you hit her on this frame, that's a great trade for you, right? She's at 70. You get F tilted here, and she's off stage. You'll take that. So like she can't do the F. If she does the F tilt in a way where, like her leg is trading with your back air, like that's bad for her. And for her leg to have gallant, like when it's fully extended, is probably impossible. I think it's impossible for like the long ledge dash. But even in practice, like even the short one, she's probably not going to have gallant for like her full F tilt. That's crazy hard. Yeah, you can't DI off there.
Yeah. What would you do? Just
I would just take the mix up on the slight DI.
Slight, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I got grabbed, I was like, "Oh, I'm dead."
Yeah. So a lot of Sheiks will up throw. So
yeah.
It's good to keep in mind, like you don't want to DI until you see the down throw start up. Just as a general rule. And then if I saw this, so you could live a down smash at 127. I'm almost certain, if you like, just DI for the down smash. So like DI on top of her, DI for the down smash, you survive, and then her mix up would be like F tilt into up air.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, that's the mix up. It's just DI on top of her and just take that 50-50. Because I don't think she has anything that could. I guess if she's Tash, she could just re-grab like a god. Like she could theoretically just chain grab you, and then like until you DI away. I've never seen a Sheik do that. I actually just invented that. Don't tell anyone. That's actually so sick. Maybe she could up tilt and just kill you off that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But she needs a fair to kill you. That's what you need to keep in mind.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, gotta pay attention to those full stacks. So
Yes.
this is kind of you just should stop auto cancel bearing for a week. It'll just make you a million times better. Because that's what I did. So you do the laser. Why are we dashing back when we're invul? No dash dancing. You need to threaten her. Okay. And then this is like a running shine or an aerial. I mean, I guess you tried to aerial. I would running shine it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then you do that to cover retreat. Fine with that. So you're realizing this laser's on the wrong side. She's dropping down. What do you think you should be focused on?
Getting another laser out.
Yep. So
Or
just
being off center.
I'd shoot another laser because she's. If you can like react to her dropping down, then you wouldn't have to move to off center. But like, let's say she's shielding on platform, then I'd think moving to off center would be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do the short hop. Oh, you tried a laser. Okay, that sucks. I didn't realize you did that. I just saw you got hit by the needles. So yeah, whenever she has a full stack, you have to just like be slightly more aware.
Right. Yeah.
Because like even if you just shield it and like she gets some extra frame advantage on you, it's just not worth it to take the 17. Plus you're at frame disadvantage anyway. So yeah, definitely don't be afraid to just shield the needles.
Mm-hmm.
Careful with those. That's just like never gonna hit a good Sheik. Right? Because like you're short hopping. If you were doing a runoff, I wouldn't care as much. So if you did runoff there to read this for moving forward, that could actually work. Or a shield drop, right? That's like a bit of like a hard read on her forward movement, but at least you're covering something.
That's actually something I gotta practice too. Is like I've got the baby dash forward shield drops down, but like the full dash forward shield drops I have trouble with.
So you can just do a regular shield drop. So just like shield stop and then go to the 45-degree notch.
I meant like that cloud, like from the right side all the way to the left side. I have more trouble with.
Oh, like out of a
shield
full
drop.
run?
Yeah, out of a full run.
Okay. It should still be the same. I don't think there's any mechanical difference.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
Fingers are just used to like that baby dash. Shield
You're just
stop.
used to shielding right after you dash. Yeah.
Or dropping through right after you dash.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, you can see like as soon as you jump, like she's never gonna get hit by anything. Like you could like reverse laser. That's like not terrible.
Yeah.
But it's also at the same time not doing much for you. And like you're putting yourself at risk. She could have like attacked that. Oh, I hate when needles are on the ground. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
So the Nair to like cover that's not terrible. What do you think you should do here? She's at slight frame advantage.
Roll.
Roll? Slight frame advantage, bro. She can't. Okay, so first thing I'm thinking is like, can I up tilt to protect myself before she attacks? Because she's at 74, right?
Yeah, I mean, my first thought was spot dodge, but
Okay,
I feel
at
like
least
that's
spot
not
dodge is
bad.
like doing something.
okay.
I feel like roll is like a slower spot dodge here.
Okay. I feel like I'm just gonna get grabbed right now. Looking
Okay,
at this frame.
I think you have time to dash. Let's see. She didn't move right away, so it's hard to tell now. But I definitely think you had time to dash away and like backflip, back air, or
Okay.
like full hop. You had time to move. So definitely avoid these roll centric or shield centric defensive options, because it seems like, I mean, you miss your L cancel, so you're a little thrown off. But like you should be thinking of non-shield related stuff. So like the dodges and like spot dodge, roll, and shield are all like shield centric, whereas like dash, full hop, and like attack are like options you can't do if you wake up shield, right?
Right. Okay.
So I think you never use those options, and you're always thinking like the shield ones. Well, this time you dash. I guess it was like after a time period. That was a really weird dash. That looked like an accident.
I I don't even know.
You did like a moonwalk too. Look at this. Okay, we'll just chalk that one up to flubs. Again, your Slight DI's putting in work. Look at this. He's up smashing because he's annoyed with it. And then you laser. So now you have off center. Don't keep backing up. So you're a little too afraid of the runoff fair.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's okay to be within runoff fair range as long as you're dash dancing. So, like, you see her up here, the laser's no longer helping you to shoot another one, right? So your first laser did its job, which was to get her up here. And then, so, like, you have to, like, visualize her runoff fair range and know that if you're dash dancing inside of it, you can see her forward movement and then retreat. So there's never any reason to be outside of her runoff fair range before she does forward movement. Does that make sense?
Right.
Because it's like you're just like making it obvious to her. Oh, I shouldn't run off fair. If you're like right at the edge of the range, going in and out of it, that's when she's like less sure about whether she should do it or not. But like here, she goes, oh, why would she run off fair if you're at a distance where you could just laser for free? So you're making it too.
True.
You need to make it more ambiguous for her. Okay, that's okay. So the only problem with this is you corner yourself, but that was kind of wonky because she like double jumps. Let me see. So yeah, you like did the fair and tried to call her out. Oh, you jabbed. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I like laser here. That was good. It's just unfortunate you cornered yourself. And then like if you dash dance, you destroy her for this back air out of shield. Maybe not destroy, but you can hit it, right? Like you can chase that with the jump shine, or if she drifts it away, you can chase it with the laser. And like you didn't die, so just unfortunate that it played out that way. Yeah, you can't do up B. You can't do up B that close to Sheik. I do the same thing. It's annoying. Okay, you should have slid off. That's what was weird to me. Make sure you're DIing away for F tilt. Like, obviously this is a mix-up, but I think most Falcos like always DI the F tilt in because they're afraid of the down smash or whatever. And as a result, like every Sheik defaults to F tilt. So just do DI away to like good player her. Just like the good player DI is DI away. And then it'll hurt when you like die to down smash one time, but you just don't want to always DI in.
Experience that with the Falcos. I always do like if they shine me on the top plat, I'll always do the DI away, expecting like soft bear. But then playing somebody like lower level than me, I just get forward smash straight off stage.
Yeah, I hate that. But yeah, so like if you're gonna up B against Sheik, it has to be outside of this bear range, and like you did it right at the edge of her bear range. Because if you do it like up here, I mean it's not as good because you're too far away, but at least you have a shot. So what could we have done instead?
She has so much time.
It's rough. I mean her edge guard is just really good.
Yeah.
Like I would side B somehow. I just mix up like going to ledge, going on stage, going on side plat. Because even if I get on side plat, and she fairs, like she'd have to get a reverse fair, which would be tricky. Because otherwise I'm sliding on the bottom of the other side of the stage. So yeah, that's probably your best bet here, but it's certainly not easy. Nice pullback. I don't know if you noticed that you did that. Let's see the invul. Okay. You just shouldn't have full hopped. Maybe it was okay. So were you gonna hit her? I feel like Sheiks would just shield here most of the time. Like, she's either going to shield or get out of the way. So,
Yeah. Okay.
once you see her on top plat, you can, like, waveland up here and then try to cover something, but I think it's, honestly, you might just have to give up on it.
Okay.
And, like, if you were respawning and you were going to read that, so you can see she's, like, just assuming you won't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this is hard because you were committed to doing this very difficult laser. That's amazing. So, like, if you're not as committed to doing this drop-down laser, then you can catch stuff like this. So, like, you would have been able to react to her and then, like, double jump air or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't get the laser. Sorry.
Oh, rip.
That's really hard. I would never go for that. But if you can get it, props. Oh no, what'd you do? Remember the Marth lesson?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the same situation. Back air that little ninja.
You think I could have confirmed back air there?
Oh, I doubt you would have hit it, but you're going to be scaring her off stage is the main thing. So, like,
Gotcha.
you would full hop, like, right here,
Right.
and she would just drift away.
Yeah.
So, like, you can see how far she went? I think this is full drift in from her. So, let me see. Yeah, I think even if you did, like immediately from here, I think if you full hopped out and then double jump back here to the left, I think you still don't hit. Yeah. So, you would full jump out to babysit the option. You'd be, like, right here. And, like, that would only cover drift in. So as soon as you see her drifting away, then you would just elect to not double jump. And then, like, continue falling down with her, like, here. Because, like, if she double jumps at any point, you want to be able to double jump back air. And then if she never does anything, then you just, like, grab ledge or double jump back on and then grab ledge. Like, maybe you double jump to avoid the needles and grab ledge here. Because you can see, like, if you're grabbing ledge here, that's a dead Sheik, probably. It's not the worst. It wouldn't kill, so I would say probably better off going for grab. And you also need to be careful of Sheiks just doing, like, the cheese shield grab, like just ledge dash. So, like, you hit her with the laser. Like, a lot of Sheiks are just gonna YOLO grab you here, because, like, they feel like they're getting edge guarded anyway. So just be aware of that. I mean, Marths do it too. So
yeah,
you're probably familiar with what I'm talking about, where they just fucking grab in the corner. Because I say that because you, like, walked up slowly, right? So, like, you did this laser, and then you're, like, slowly walking up, and I think a lot of people might, like, instinctively see that you're moving forward and just grab, or, like, maybe Marth up tilts.
I think I was thinking forward tilt and then was just, like, down.
Yeah, I think that's why it worked. I think they were expecting the same thing. Yeah, it's not the worst, because, like, it would set up for an edge guard. I guess I would just, like, I'd rather just grab.
Yeah.
And, like, down tilt's way riskier. You could also, I want to say approaching laser into the corner, but like after this laser, like, maybe you get an approaching laser into F tilt before she even lands. No, never mind. She's too low. Yeah, I mean, and just, like, attacking into the corner can be good, because she got hit, and she got hit out of her double jump, so she's pretty helpless here. Okay, so at least she did the back air we talked about. Well, first before that. So she full hops in the corner. What are you thinking? This actually goes back to Ganon. What can she do? She has no drift.
She's gonna fair me.
She's gonna fair. I mean, she might land on the side plat. I actually don't remember, but yeah, just dash dance here covers, like, most things. So you can see she actually didn't do the fair. You covered the fair, but then, like, the second step is, like, oh, she didn't fair, shark. So like, you can up air this or up tilt. I mean, like, she made it tricky with the ledge cancel, but the hitbox isn't good. You can even just back air. So, like, Laser, turn around. Oh, she jumped up. I'm going to do full hop back air to top plat.
Right.
Right, and like maybe she drifts back into the corner. Okay, you outplayed me. Not only did you not fare into this laser, but you drifted back. And then, you know what? You're on top plat, you drop back down, she's in the corner still. So it's like not even that bad.
Yeah.
You just have to be ready for like those second iterations of mix-ups. Because Falco can really layer it on. And then we have... Okay, you didn't do a bad aerial. Don't do a bad one here. Oh, you do the runoff. So this is just too early. But the actual runoff bear is good. Does that make sense?
Oh, the bear is too early. Yeah, it's too high on
You
shield.
did it too high. But the actual idea of runoff back air is great here. That's why she's shielding. She realized she fucked up.
Right.
But then she also is also thinking, oh, I can cheese a shield grab out of this Falco. Because most Falcos, when they do drop downs or runoff, they do immediate aerial. Like, let's see how quickly after the runoff you did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7th frame needs to be more like 20th frame, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. The only exception would be is if you can space it. So if you could have spaced that back air, then you can do it early and make it like tricky. Like maybe they shield grab because they see it early.
Right.
And it like protects you a little better. But I think generally it's better to do a late aerial even if you're spacing it.
Okay.
Nice. Oh no. Weird club.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, so it does seem like this is a common trend of like you're getting the laser out and like you're forcing the action you want. Like we saw this with the invul at the beginning of the game. You're forcing the action you want. You force her to jump, but you're not ready for this. So like you're like still fighting neutral even though you had laser control.
Yeah, I'm not aware of her. I'm not aware of what she wants to do as much as like more Falco and Fox, you know.
Yeah, so
It's
it's actually kind of similar to Ganon. Funnily enough, like she's doing the jump out of shield, which means she's going straight up. Like look at how little drift she has. This is a full drift fair or nair.
Yeah.
This is like as far as she's ever gonna drift against you. So actually she dash jumped, so it's even worse. This is her dash jump nair and it barely went anywhere. Like dash jump, no fast fall. So let's see. So look at where she jumps off. So she's dash jumping from here. I'll leave my cursor there. Oh, that was dumb. So it was like this marker right here, this orange thing. And then she's landing here. This is like a normal Falco aerial, right? But it's like, it was so slow and floaty that like, it's just... So I'd be thinking like, okay, laser, she's jumping over it. I'm just thinking Punisher landing the same way as Ganon. And then like, if she's in shield when this laser hits, so let's say she shields the laser and then jumps, you can like half that distance. And all she has is forward air. I mean, she could kneel, but like, the needle's way riskier and doesn't like hurt you at all. So and you do the dash ant, so like you could have punished this. Yeah. The other thing is you can out prioritize this. Up tilt, back air would beat it. Nair would at least trade. Forward air could probably beat it.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something?
Just that I dashed forward too. I should have foxtrotted back or.
I think there were like a lot of different ways you could have covered it. It was a weird nair by her, but it's so slow. Like when I see this, like you have to think like you can always just like zone a back air here, right? So imagine you just like after the stash back, you just like backflip back air into this spot to cover the drift forward, and if she drifts back, she can't punish you because you're both just like landing from aerials. Yeah. That's another thing to keep in mind when she does the nair. As soon as you see she can nair from a jump, she has to land because the hitbox just takes forever. I don't think she can ever double jump before she lands. Okay, that was actually a good drop down laser. Okay, you see it again? Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
So you're winning the laser battle. Boom. You outplayed her. She did the runoff. You got the laser because you're off center. Now it's time to pounce. So you can do like approaching laser here, and then if she double jumps, you up tilt or whatever. Like similar to a fox, right?
Right.
Like if you approach a fox with an approaching laser and he jumps above you, you just up tilt it. And it's even easier for Sheik because she's falling slower and has no hitbox.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you could also do like dash away. I think you could probably avoid the back air. So like if you're ever unsure about that stuff, just dash away, laser again. Put her in the same mix-up. Or another laser mix-up. And then just like another instance of like getting too close to her like back air when she's edge guarding. That one's rough too. Let me see. Probably not much you could do. So this is like you can try to quick grab, but she might just like needle cancel edge hog. I'd probably go for like the side B here. I don't think she could have covered that once she jumped, but you have to like really be paying attention to what she's doing. So I would like see her jump right here and side B, and like maybe she can drift down and back air, but probably not. So
I got you. Yeah, I think I was just respecting her drift much more than she's able to. Kind of with Ganon, I feel like I did the same thing.
yeah, it's actually kind of funny we went over the Ganon because a lot of the same stuff was happening. We're like, so versus Ganon, you weren't even like getting the laser out. So
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, they're both similar in that sense. Like once you get the laser, I mean, it's like a lot of characters are like that, right? Like you laser a fox, and then his full hop is just like instead of a dash full hop that goes half stage, he has like this full hop that like barely drifts forward at all. Right. So it's a very common thing to consider. But that I promise that game wasn't as bad as you think. Like even though it was a 4-stock, like you were outplaying her in plenty of situations, but you could see like you never got a single edge guard, right? Like you didn't get any edge guards going. And that like limited your damage output, and also like you just couldn't. So like it snowballs because you're not getting an edge guard to build damage, and then it makes it harder to knock off stage, and then it's just like it compounds where it's just like you're on your 3rd stock and she's still at like 60% or something, and it's just like it's still kind of hard to knock her off stage.
Yeah.
But did you have any questions about anything we went over? Or like specific questions that you came in with and I didn't address?
Let me see. Let me see if I have any, or if you have any Sheik Slippy VODs just randomly chilling, because there wasn't really a situation where I was holding ledge and she upbeat back on stage. And I know somewhat of those flowcharts, but I'm trying to see if I can find anything.
Yeah.